Someone asked me recently, they said, Katie, what am I supposed to do when I feel like I spend all days in meetings and I never have solid chunks of time to get my work done? Good question. What can you do? It's a really great perspective too, because so much of what our work and school experience comes down to is our systems and our perspectives and our tools and the levers that we have access to and that we can pull. So to start, again, if we're coming from a place of what you can do and that, we're not going to be able to stop the meetings from being scheduled, but it's to reframe how much time you really need to work on whatever it is that you need to work on. The Pomodoro Technique, which I talk about in episode 14, is a strategy of working for 25 minutes and then taking a 5-minute break and then working for 25 minutes and taking a 5-minute break, rinse and repeat. And the Pomodoro Technique is super effective for productivity, particularly for people who have ADHD, and particularly if you are working on cognitively demanding tasks or work that is very thinky, you know what I mean? And just the nature of the Pomodoro Technique tells us that you can get some significant work done on a project in 25 minutes if you enter that 25 minutes with laser focus and with everything that you need ready to go before you even start that session. So my challenge to you is to ask yourself, how much time do you really need in one sitting to work on what you need to work on? If you have random chunks of time in your day that are not hours long, and you have half an hour here and half an hour there, you can make that work if you have to, as long as your task management system is dialed in and essentially tells you what the needle moving activities are and that you should be working on in those shorter chunks of time. And as long as during those shorter chunks of time, you are completely oblivious to the outside world. You're putting on your headphones, you are closing your door, you're putting a really unapproachable facial expression on your face. You are not answering email, you are not answering the phone. In fact, your phone is absolutely nowhere in the room with you, and you maintain a decent level of organization so that you know where all your materials and things are, so you can just jump right into the work without having to scramble around for all the things that you need to do that work. Sometimes having that structure of limited time or of our day being bookended or punctuated rather by meetings or things to do or places to be, whatever, forces us to be more creative with how we view time and more locked in with how we use it. It forces us to be more organized. It forces us to choose to work on the most important projects and let the other stuff go. And it forces us to start using the concept of an admin block and a digital calendar system that all support the work we are trying to accomplish.